Have you ever wondered how to kill a man and get away with it? If that's why you're here, you are in the wrong place. But today, we are deep diving into a thriller where one woman does exactly that. This week, we're deep diving How to Kill Men and Get Away with It by Katy Brent, a dark, sarcastic revenge fantasy that asks whether vigilante justice actually empowers women or just creates another predator. Okay, readers, let's slay this book. Welcome back to the Book Slayers podcast.
Woo-hoo!
Today we are gutting a dark comedy thriller. It's explicit, it's twisted, and fair warning, the body count is high. We're spilling the ink, blood, and every dirty secret. Oh my God!
It was so good. That was a really good overview of like that book. That was really good. I was like, yeah, it was good.
My God. Okay. When I saw it on KU, I was like, okay, it seems a little fluff. Like the cover seems a little fluff. No.
No, when you get into that, some of the language, just the overall tone of the book. I love that tone, this kind of dark comedy stuff. I'm really
Yeah.
that you're holding the actual book. I kindled it on KU.
Well, I'm so extra, okay? When I'm reading a book and I started it on KU and I'm like, I kind of want it. Like, I kind of want it. I've got nowhere to put these books.
I think it's a great cover. I like a book that's got a really dramatic colour to the book.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think it looks great. I think they did a good job with that.
I really do as well. But guys, just a reminder, do not forget to subscribe, like, follow us on all of our channels so that you can keep getting this great content.
Yeah, especially on Spotify, because then as soon as it drops, you'll be the first one to see.
Yes, you will. Okay. This book, okay? This book, some of the themes of this book blew my fucking mind. I'm not being funny, okay? But the feminine rage was fucking surreal. Fucking surreal.
We've all internalized this before, I think.
Okay, I had a question for you, okay? So she's obviously taking these dirtbags out. She's bringing her own brand of vigilante justice. Now, do you think that she is justified in killing these men instead of letting the justice process actually work its magic?
Oh, we live in the real world. You can't really go around killing men. But if you could get away with it, would you? I don't know. I wouldn't actually have the bollocks to do anything like that. I wouldn't even want to punch someone. Do you know what I mean? Like I couldn't imagine like the things that she does and how she kills them. It's quite, I wouldn't say the book is graphic, but there is points where you're like, holy shit, I'm reading something dark. And I love that about this book.
It too. Now, I don't think going out there and killing people willy-nilly really is the right way to go about it. But the part for me was when they were on the boat and Kitty's at the hotel and what happened to her friend. Like that right there. I'm like, now change friend to child.
Oh, no, don't say
How
that.
fucking murderous would you be then? And I'm like, because for me, it's clear, it's black and white, right? You don't kill people. It doesn't matter what they do, you don't kill people. But I'm thinking about I've got a 20-year-old daughter, right? And I'm like, what if that had been her? I think I get it. You know what I mean? Would I do it? I don't know. I can't answer that. I do not want to get into trouble. I don't think I would kill people. But how do you know when you're in that situation, right? Like Kitty starts off where she's being followed, right? She's being followed. This guy's like trying to, and she accidentally kills him. Like she didn't start out this way, right? Like it was an accident.
I actually, because I read the book, I was too engrossed in the book to sort of make any notes for today. So yesterday I kind of went back through and on the first couple, I'm like, killed accidentally. killed accidentally. Like, she actually wasn't going into them. I mean, the first guy had just approached her and was just getting a bit too much. And I think she just pushed him, and he'd already like thrown a bottle at her, which had smashed on the floor. And when she pushed him, did she push him? And then he fell on the bottle and it literally went in his neck. And then she was
Yeah,
like,
but she was like, the funniest part was she was like, "Well, if I called an ambulance, it's not like he'd survive anyway."
oh,
Like she was
exactly.
like, "Whatever, whoopsies."
Waste of a phone call right there.
Yeah.
And then the second one, I think she just wants her friend to have some closure. So she arranges to meet this guy through Tinder who knows that he's friends, that her and her friend are friends, which is also weird that he accepted the Tinder request anyway. And, you know, she uses her real name. This is something I wrote. She used her real name. So I don't think she was intentionally going there to kill him. She was going there to be like, do you realize what you've done? You should probably just call her and just explain that you just don't want to see her. Like, she just wanted her friend to get a bit of closure because her friend is a little bit like bunny boilerish. She's like in love with him like 2 weeks. And she's like, why does he hate me? So she is a little bit extra. And I kind of, when he was talking about it, I kind of got it. Like, I was like, yeah, imagine that. That's a bit much, but he should have just told her, but he just done the ghosting thing, which I don't think is fair. Like, you should probably have a conversation. But then they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. So I'm like, do you need it? That's the sort of questions I was asking.
So, but
But
when you
Go-
start dating and you stop dating somebody, what, you're supposed to give them a fucking book report on why they don't want to see you anymore?
no, this is where I was going, but it's because her feelings were so hurt. I think it was like 3 weeks. Her feelings were so hurt, and she was like, "Why? Why doesn't he love me?" But on
Yeah, but
his
that's
side,
on
he
him.
was like, "Look, weren't working. She was going a bit fucking nuts. I'd had enough, and I've cut it off." So I can see that. But when someone's got your fucking phone number, surely just even if it's a text and block, like, "Hey, it's been great hanging out, but I'm a bit busy. I got work." Just the usual, like, put them off, and then block. Let 'em know it's not you, it's me. Do the old. Why not?
I'm just not in the right place, honey. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But
You're not
like I
between
said,
someone else's
though,
legs.
she went into that not gonna murder him. And then I mean, I think she grabbed his phone and he went for her because he was like,
Yeah,
fucking phone.
yeah.
And I think they were scrabbling on the floor. And then she picked up like a big ornamenty type thing and just give him a good whack and then was like, oh shit, done it again.
Whoopsie doodles. Whoopsie doodles. But I guess my biggest question is, like, women right now, we are men are dangerous to us, especially when we're out alone. Like, do you think that if there was a real vigilante out there right now, not saying necessarily a man or a woman, but somebody out there protecting women from men who, use, you know, do horrible things to them,
Yeah.
do you think men would stop being such douchebags and, stop, their urges?
Mine just went, "What's their WhatsApp number?" So I can just text this bitch.
Yeah,
I've got one.
text your tips. Text your tips. I fucking love that. Because if you think about it logically, okay, our legal system really does fail us on a day-to-day basis. Like,
Totally.
I'm gonna just quickly say this. There was a girl here. She was unalived by her ex. She had a restraining order. The police knew all about the dangers, but they didn't do nothing until it was too late. And I was kind of looking at Kitty through that lens, and I'm like, she's out there doing something so that someone else doesn't get hurt. But I know that I'm jumping here, but we find out that she killed her father when she was a kid. So
Yeah.
clearly, she's always been a murdery little fucker. So I don't think this is necessarily that she's killing these people because she's looking for justice. I think she's using it as an excuse to feed her urges. I
I
do.
think you're forgetting something quite important of why she killed her father, because he was attacking her mum.
Yeah,
So
but is that what?
in that vein, she was trying to save her mum from him. So even though her father, it was her mother being attacked, like, I don't even wanna go down that road of if it was our parent, do you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah,
think you wanna do something, and I don't know
I
if
know,
it
but she
was
was.
a very intentional thing of that she killed him. I think it was an immediate reaction to be like, "Stop,"
I
and
know,
then
but if you're I know, but okay, think about your 12-year-old self here. If you were watching something like that unfold, is your immediate reaction to go and hit somebody with something? Or is it
No,
to scream, hide, call the police? These are normal reactions. Her automatic reaction was to hit them. And I think she's a little
true.
bit psychopathic. I really do. And I believe that she uses these slights against people, like these slights, like to justify the fact that she likes to murder people. I do. Because she's like, "Oh, I can feel the beast waking up." Well, the beast wouldn't be a fucking wake. Like,
Yeah,
I see things on the news all the time. I don't suddenly get murderous. You know what I mean? I
no,
don't
you
know.
don't
It was
hear
interesting.
stuff like that. And as a woman, it makes you scared to kind of, we as women are told, don't walk home in the dark on your own, always get a taxi, always check that it is a taxi. We all got taught by our boyfriends or family members when you're walking, if you are walking home, put your key in between your fingers, which to be honest, that would not work. It would just fall out. I don't think that would actually work, but that's
I
what we
I
told
don't
them.
think it's necessary. It's not so much stab, it's scratch. So you scratch.
Mine
You
was
don't
more punch, and then it would just
no,
go
no, no, scratch.
that.
Think about the lot if someone scratches your face, your automatic reaction is gonna be to your hands are gonna go to your face. Gives you
Especially if you
time
catch
to
their
run.
eyes. So
No.
we're
I
not
no, I
this behaviour, by the way. This is just what we was taught when we was younger.
yeah, it's I don't advocate for you going out there and, like, scratching people with keys, but if you're in danger, absolutely, you should find ways to do that, and I think this is why Kitty was such an anomaly because not only was she this, like, influencer, this is what she did for a job, she had this most vapid life, like, it was, like, drinking and drugs and partying and hanging out with her friends, posting socials, and by night, she was out there murdering people, and she was getting away with it, which is the whole point of the book, right, is she was killing
Yeah.
these people and it was egging her on further because she never had to worry about the consequences. Now
No.
she has like her family business is like they have like a abattoir, right? So she had access to meat grinders, which means anyone buying that meat was getting a little bit of human in there. And that was actually one of the things where I was like,
Do you know what? This book made me wanna turn vegan. Yeah.
that was one of the things too, because I'm like, she's a vegan. She does not like animals getting hurt, but she's got no problem sticking men in those meat grinders, and I thought it
Yeah.
was so funny.
But isn't it also like, because I was thinking about this, where she killed her dad when she was younger, and they took him to the abattoir and minced him up.
Yeah,
So it
mum
was
did.
like she knows that this happens, so she's like, "I'm not eating that meat because that could not be human. That could not be an animal. That could actually be human because who puts what in there."
But that's not why she turned vegan. She turned vegan before that. That's why dad was so fucking angry at her. He took her plate of food and threw it at the wall because she refused to eat the meat.
Oh,
Yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna show you what happens. This is how we put food on the table," and he took her to the abattoir, and that really
yeah.
solidified her not wanting to eat meat anymore. So that was even before that, but yeah, that would be on my mind as well. I was like, "What if there's other people doing that?" It's like, this
No, I'm
ground
looking
beef is suddenly like ground beef and Dave, like
looking in my fridge at like the mincemeat and the sausages and was like, "Oh no, I've got to have dinner."
oh dear, see, I'm cackling like a bloody witch. I talking to you makes me look like a freaking cow. It's not even funny. Now, one of the things I also wondered was Kitty believes she can get away with all this stuff. And I wondered whether or not how much of that was because she came from a rich background. She had privilege. If she had been a poor person living in a trailer, do you think she would have been doing this stuff?
No idea, but I do think there was different levels. So there was people that, like her best friend, the dad was like a music mogul type
Oh,
thing, and
yeah.
he like discovered bands. They was famous for like meat, which was not exactly, uh, like it's not like a star quality of why you're rich. I don't know if that makes a difference. I just wanted to point that out. She's rich, but it's not for like a really cool thing. But then
No,
she
but
didn't want her family's like dirty old meat money. So then she became she started Instagram and did all that. And then she just lived off of her Instagram money, even though she did get like an allowance from the mum who was still alive, who'd like took the yacht and jetted off to like somewhere posh, I guess.
I thought it was south of France or something. I
Yeah,
don't
I
remember.
was gonna say Cannes, but I don't know if that's a bit too specific. But yeah, south of France sounds right. So that was quite a recurring theme in the book. Like when they go to parties, there was this group of girls called the extras, and they would call them that because wherever they were, I found that really funny. Whenever they would go out as like Instagrammers with like, I don't know, 100,000, 200,000 million followers, whatever they had, they would be like the extras who had some but weren't really that great. And at one of the parties, Hen, I think, they was at like her party and her dad's like the music one, and she was like, "Ew, why are you in my party? You haven't even got 10,000 followers, bitch." And I found
Yeah,
that so funny. And shit, and do you know what? I did feel a bit bad though, because then it was like, and then the girl just looked really sad. But I
it's
did kind of
heartbreak.
the theme about talking about all the Instagram stuff and all of them bits. And then they actually went to a party, didn't they? I don't know if it was Hen or if I don't know which
It
other.
was an influencer party.
Yeah, but when they got into the influence party, so Kitty had loads of followers, and then whoever the other friend was, I can't remember which one it was, didn't have as many. And when they got in, they was like, "Oh, you can go in this one, like for the stars, and you can just go down there with the other ones." And I really loved that Kitty left with her friend though. She was like, "Fuck this! If my friend's not coming in, I'm not." And they was like trying to chase her because she had followers, and they was like, "Did you take a picture before you left on the wings?" And she was like, "Fuck no, fuck you."
No, I thought that was fucking funny too. But I think it was more the fact that now, if Kitty had grown up in a trailer park, would she have been out murdering people? Opposed to the fact that she grew up with money and influence. Like her father was big in the meat business. They had a lot of money. Like they were wealthy, wealthy people. And it
Mhm.
was one of those questions that popped into my head was if she had started out in a trailer park, would she be out there killing people willy-nilly? Because now you don't have all these extra things to cover you up, like a doorman that would probably lie for you and a place to go like meat grind these motherfuckers. And it was a really interesting thing in my head. I was like, because I bet she wouldn't. I bet if she did kill anybody, it would have been few and far between. Like
I
it
don't
wouldn't have been the way she was
know.
doing
You
it.
said earlier it wasn't that. I think you said something like, oh, what did you say? It was like she actually enjoys doing it. So if you've already got that mentality and you're psycho, would it matter what your status is? I think she lucked out with the meat grinder business actually, because when the first one died, oh no, when the second one died, she didn't plan it. So the second one was the one that she was trying to get to apologize to her friend. She managed to like get him out of the house and get him in the car, and then was like, "Shit, where do I take this guy? Where do I get rid of the body?" Well, by the way, also, just first off, just to interject there, how the fuck did she pull a grown man out of his house and into the boot of a car without being seen by anyone? Because a dead body weight is very different from like lifting someone.
She's a skinny vegan.
Yeah, eat some protein, bitch. That's what I say.
She's probably eating plant protein. I can't handle it, okay? I can't. I was looking at it, I'm like, "Ooh, I'd love to be a skinny bitch." And I'm like, "Could I live on just plant-based stuff?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like,
Maybe
"What would I eat for breakfast? Grass?"
I don't actually eat a lot of meat, to be fair. But anyway, so she manages to get him in the car. Don't do that dirty. You've changed that into something really dirty. I might be single, but that doesn't give you any excuses.
You said it's not my fault. You
Men-
said it.
right, we'll move on. So she gets him into the car, and then she doesn't know where she's going to take him. And then, like, light bulb goes, "Oh, ding, ding, ding! I have an abattoir. I know when they're open. I know when they're shut. I can do this." So
Yeah,
I
I guess
worked out.
I still think she was a psychopath. I do, but psychopaths have to go they have to be more they're not psychopaths are not necessarily murderers, but I think she really enjoyed it. Because she hit her boyfriend, right? Like, Adam, because he was cheating on her.
Oh,
Like,
I
come
actually
on. What kind of nutcase if you found out, like, let's say you were in a relationship with a man, you loved him, and you found out he was cheating, do you fucking whop him on the head with something or do you fucking leave?
just leave.
Exactly. You don't pick something like, "I'm gonna look around for the heaviest fucking item. I'm gonna fuck this motherfucker right up." You're not gonna do that. Normal people don't do that. There's already
But
something
that's
very
where
wrong with her.
she almost loses control, doesn't she? She just kind of
Yeah.
but even though I feel like so she found out because he was texting from another room, but she was on his computer and she started seeing all the texts coming through from Saskia being like, "Have you dropped her yet?" And then she was like, "Oh, I thought we was okay." And then she kind of left the laptop there for him to look at and went to go and get drinks or something. And then she come back and maybe just whacked him. I can't remember exactly how that happened, but yeah. And then she left him. So she whacked him and then went, "Oh shit, see, a lot of it accident, oops." Like control, loss of control completely.
Hitting
Which
somebody is not an
he
accident.
he wasn't dead, but I don't know if she thought he was dead. Can't
Yeah,
remember.
she
So she
did.
thought he was dead, but he wasn't dead.
She just left. She didn't know.
I thought he was gonna come back bigger in the story, as in, like, he might have been the stalker at one point. But then obviously wasn't, because then she went to see him in his care home. I don't know if that whole bit kind of, it's not that it didn't make sense, I just didn't know if it was necessary. Like the
You know
whole
what?
bit, I wasn't sure.
I kind of liked it because they were trying to show you that somebody was stalking her and that they knew stuff. Now, obviously, they were showing that he was still alive. Obviously he's stuck in his head now. He can't talk. He has to blink to say yes or no. Now he could have told somebody with blinking what had happened, and that person could have been stalking. So I that's where my mind went. Like,
Wow.
was there
Okay.
somebody there in his life that was pulling out the justice for him? But I also like the fact that they used him as kind of like she did have some remorse moments, like when she killed the kid by accident, right? Like, she thought it was the
Oh,
brother, and yeah, that was horrible. But
awful.
she went into a deep despair over that and tried to kill herself. So clearly she's almost like Dexter in my head, okay? Because Dexter had a moral code too. He had the code. Harry gave him the code. She had her own code. Like, this kid hadn't done anything wrong. And then she, like, almost died because of it. And I kind of you could see that there were glimpses of some humanity in there.
I've written down the code because I was
Yeah,
like, she has a
do it.
list. The list is no women, no innocents, no homeless or people that have fallen on hard times, no doorman because they're handy. I liked that one. Don't hurt the people that could help you, right? Don't get caught.
No shit.
Duh. Killing must serve a purpose. So you can't just go around willy-nilly just killing whoever you want. It has to be for a reason. And her whole reason was normally to protect women. Yeah. That's the list. All right. I thought it was fun.
No, it was brilliant, it was brilliant. I'm glad that you did write it down because I actually didn't. But one question I had was, like, she showed all this remorse about killing that kid, right? Now, do you think that had anything to do with the fact that she was with Charlie, and Charlie is, like, a genuinely decent man? Like, do you think that shifted her perception of men, like,
That's
being
not
with him?
how I read it. I think on the whole build up of when she killed that kid, she already had feelings of, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't sound like the guy that's been portrayed, this like footballer who's like done whatever he's done. I can't remember exactly what he'd done, but she'd had feelings of him either SA or like just being a pest to like women.
Oh, yeah.
And the way that he was acting, and he was showing her around this apartment, which was the footballer's apartment, but he was the brother pretending to kind of be the brother. So I think that just to clear this up, so the Reuben was the little brother. I can't remember the brother's name. Anyway,
I
so
think it was, like
Reuben's the little brother, and he's showing her around the house as if he actually lives there.
yeah,
Raph.
but yeah, something like that. Was the
And
R
she's like,
word.
why is he showing me around as if he's just in this, like, oh, and there's a hot tub, by the way. Oh, and look at this really cool fridge. And it's like, you wouldn't do that in your own home. So I think in her head, she was already having alarm bells of, this doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
And then obviously she goes through with it and kills him, and then finds out after she's left, because she leaves him there. She doesn't try and move him because she's in someone else's apartment. And it's like the next day on the news, it's like, oh, it's his little brother. And then she has to ring the extras because she was out with them first, because she left the club just before this kid who then followed her. She has to work out if what it is true, because she's really confused. And I think the whole confusion and the fact that she's not killing willy-nilly. I think that she does feel genuine remorse because he actually didn't do anything wrong, and he was actually like quite a sweet young kid who was just really excited to be around her and be in this house, and he was an innocent as well. So I think it was genuine. So do you actually think then that she was properly trying to kill herself? Because she says she's not, and I don't
No
think she is. But would you?
Nobody takes that amount of drugs to have their stomach pumped if they weren't trying to deaden the noise in their head. Whether or not she was actually thinking, "I wanna kill myself," but she was doing the steps to kill herself, regardless of what she says afterwards,
Do you
because
think?
to have your stomach pumped, you have to have taken a lot, you have to have drunk a lot. and she would have died if Charlie hadn't found her.
Well, she was doing it for days, wasn't she, as well? It wasn't like just
Exact
one day. He
But
was
that's what I
days.
mean, if and the noise wasn't going away, she was still feeling, so she was taking more and more and more and more. So,
Well, that's what
I
I
think
mean, trying to
I
deaden the
think
noise. I don't think she was actively trying to kill herself, but I feel like what you're saying is maybe subconsciously,
yeah,
maybe
she
that's what
was
she's doing.
yeah, but it didn't come to her head and say, "I wanna kill myself, I wanna die." I think she was actively taking the steps towards it happening, and I don't think she was necessarily 100% conscious of that, but that's where she was heading because she was drinking more, she was doing more drugs every single day, and you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't. Not if you didn't hope that it would all end. Like, that's what happens. The noise is not gonna stop until you're dead.
Can we
Horrible, it's horrible.
can we talk about the holiday?
Yes, let's
It's
do that.
quite a big bit in the book, I think. Like, I think I said to you earlier, I read the whole book, and we all know my memory is absolutely terrible. I remembered everything from that point and then couldn't remember before, which is why I went back yesterday and went over and was like, wow, loads of stuff actually happens
Yeah.
before this. But this was like a massive bit of the book. So they go on holiday. So she breaks up with Charlie because she's killing some guy in her apartment, and he knocks on the door and she's like, oh shit, I've got to answer the door. And she won't let him in. And the guy like made a noise because she became a vigilante, as in she was actively looking for people in the news who'd either been released for like SA or who'd got away with something. So she got this guy and she's trying to murder him in her own apartment, which I think is also really weird that she did that anyway. So Charlie knocks at the door. She can't answer. He makes a noise, and then Charlie comes back another day and is like, we're in different places. We haven't said we're exclusive, blah, blah, blah. We're going to break up. Anyway, do you know what I love? She speaks to her friends, and where they're all like famous and they've got loads of money, they're like, shall we just go to Mykonos tomorrow? Yeah, yes, please. I wanna go to Myk do you wanna go? Should we
Yeah,
go?
let's go right now!
Fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
What a great life to have that when you're feeling shit, you can just go on holiday the next day to make yourself feel better.
See,
I was
this is
very
why I wished I had that vegan skinny body. I could get all, like, the nice clothes for 40-year-old women. Maybe I could be an influencer.
and then we'd
All I
all
got is books.
stay ready. So they go on holiday. They have a couple of chill days, a couple of drinks, and then I think Kitty's just knackered and she, like, sleeps all day, and her friend, which one is it?
It's hen. I'm pretty sure it's hen.
No, I don't think it was Hen. See, no, it's the other one with like 3 letters. What's her bloody name? Anyway, another friend, she buggers off out because she's like, I'm bored and you're sleeping and I can't wake you up. Tor, it was Tor. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tor goes out, she's met a couple of girls, she ends up on a boat with some guys. Bad shit happens on the boat. She like they drug her. They did drug her, didn't they?
Yeah,
They
the champagne.
she
Yeah, it was
kind
Tory, right.
the next day she kind of wakes up and just knows that things have happened. Well, I think she doesn't know the first one happens, but she knows when she wakes up, and then another one of the guys comes in and does the same thing, and she's
And she
too scared
pretends, yeah.
to move, so she pretends she's asleep, but she knows what's going on.
Yeah, this is
Then
massive
she
trigger warning, guys.
awful, absolutely fucking awful. Then she goes back and she tells Kitty. What's Kitty gonna do about it?
Oh, Kitty's just gonna go purr in the corner. She's not gonna do nothing.
She just
Her
helps
friend
her.
gets fucking hurt by a man by being ghosted, and she bought the fucking revenge. Like, I wouldn't like to
So
be
she
those
lets
men.
Tor can't sleep. So I think, why does she always have these drugs in her? How did she get these drugs to Mykonos as well? 'Cause she's like, oh, maybe they might have just been like Valium or something. Get that on prescription, right? Valium. I don't know what the equivalent is in the UK. 'Cause I don't know that we have Valium. I don't know. Diazepam. I don't know. I'm not up on my prescription drugs, but so she gives her these so Tor can sleep.
Yeah.
And then
Xanax.
Kitty, Xanax. Is that a UK thing? I thought that was also an
Oh, it's just
American.
that's what the other name is.
Um, so Kitty goes out to play. She goes
Kitty
to
goes
find
out to
the
play.
she goes and finds that yacht, and those suckers are just so predictable. She's just like, "Oh, hey, I'm just looking for my friends. Can I come on your boat?" And they're like, "Yeah, come on the boat." So she drugs one of them because there's 3 and there's only one of her, and she's like, "How am I gonna do this?" So she drugs one, he buggers off to go sleep 'cause he doesn't feel well. I think she's using, like, GHB or something, though. So this was my question, how has she got all them drugs?
Had GHB. So did she use theirs?
Maybe. Maybe. And then I can't quite remember, I don't know if you remember this bit better, you might be better to explain this. Can't remember exactly how it happened, but there's 2 others, maybe one goes off for the toilet or something, I don't know, but she basically kills both of them,
Yeah,
chucks
she
them
hits
over
one of them.
she chucks them overboard, and obviously because she's rich, she used to go on boats when she was younger, so she takes the boat out that they're on to, like, chuck them overboard, and then she waits for the other one, which I think was the main instigator, to wake up, and then she does him in as well.
She cuts his, I'm gonna
God,
use the word
remember
yeah,
that?
I'm gonna use the word that they didn't like because, I think it was Hen was talking about sex, right? And she was like, "He said willy."
Oh,
So
willy-nilly.
yeah, you're willy-nilly-ing. But yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
cuts off his willy and shows him. So that's how that
Like,
starts.
forget about what he's done for a minute. Imagine that happening to a man though, and then someone holding your piece while you're like, and it's not attached.
Alive.
That
And
must
you're
be
alive.
absolutely, yeah, you're alive. I would think though, surely something like that would kind of knock you out. Like your brain would be like too much stress, pass out. But he
And
doesn't.
well, he doesn't from what we've seen, but he sees the willy. You don't know, he don't pass out after. She didn't say. Like, that was a bit much. Like, I'm not being funny, but how
He,
easy would it be? I'm not gonna Google this because I realized the other day that I read 3 books and they all had, like, murder and, like, bad stuff in the title, and I'm like, "I'm gonna have CSIS on my fucking doorstep because of the stuff I'm Googling," right? And I wondered when I read that part how easy it would be to cut off a willy. And I'm like, "I can't Google that because I'm gonna get in trouble." I was like, "How easy would that be?" What did she use? She used a knife, right?
well, yeah, but think this isn't like she hasn't come prepared because she does keep mentioning a certain knife, which I did Google, but I was really the same as you. I was like, can I Google this? Is this like a really like specific type of weapon? But I don't think it is. I think it's like a kitchen knife. But they're on a boat. But how good is that kitchen knife? How much are we sawing?
That's what I mean. I wanted to know so bad, but I knew I couldn't Google it without like 'cause even like Mike, if he went through my search history, he's gonna be like, so it's like how to kill men and get away with it. The other one was like, called When I Kill You. And then the other one was how to get away with murder. So I've been doing thrillers, right? And I'm like, this does not look good at all. I look like an absolute sociopath. And I'm like, I can't go Googling how easy it is to cut off a willy. I can't.
I've got my phone. I'm texting Mike. You better text your wife's search history.
No, I told him all about this last night. I'm like, if CSIS comes, this is why. And he was like, why? And I'm like, because of these book titles. And I was like, asking the computer stuff. And I was like, and then I want you to know how hard it would be to cut off. I used the C word. I didn't say Willie. And he was like, is there something I should know? I'm like, we're recording a podcast tomorrow. He's like, okay. And he ever so slightly just moved his leg just up a little bit. As we were in bed. I'm like, it's okay. Like, I
Has
didn't
has
look. I
he
don't know.
guys, has he been just kind of when you're in the kitchen, is he kind of checking what you're doing?
Are all the knives there? Yeah, I bet he's gonna be there going, "Are all the knives in the block?" Like, he's gonna be like he's gonna be checking in, he's gonna be like, "You're right." And it's Friday the 13th today, right?
It is. It is
Yeah, so he's gonna be like,
Ah, happy Valentine's Day for tomorrow or for 3 days ago when you get to listen to this.
"Yeah."
Yeah.
So happy belated Valentine's.
What a very nice book for Valentine's to be reviewing. Men beware.
But we are a thriller podcast. We do not do romance unless it's in a thriller book.
The book, yeah. Are you doing anything for Valentine's? Oh, that
No.
was that was a real eye roll then.
Well, no, I was thinking, I'm like, "No, no, we don't do." One year, Mike ordered me flowers, and the florist was so fucking busy, I didn't get them till 9 o'clock at night.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, "Happy Valentine's night." We don't really bother with all the kids, like, trying to be romantic, like, it's really almost 11 years. But, yeah, yeah, it'll be 11 years in May, May the 4th, because we always do, Star Wars.
Oh, that's nice.
I know. So we'll start, like, watching Star Wars stuff, like, closer to the time, but yeah. No, we've done Valentine's Day. I really don't care. I, now if you bought me some chocolate-covered strawberries, I wouldn't say no. Hint, hint. I'm
We're
joking, I'm
gonna
joking. I'm
me and the
trying to
girl
lose weight. No, no, no.
me and the girls are just gonna be at home because obviously we're all single. But I keep seeing these giant cookies. I don't know if it's on
Yeah.
Instagram. I think it's Instagram. But they're like giant cookies, and you know when you break them apart and it's all ooey gooey in the middle? I was like, "We need to make that," and I think Valentine's is a good day to do that. We occasionally bake, we're not big bakers, but when we do, it normally turns out all right, actually, so I'm quite excited for that. We did say we was gonna do something else. Oh, I think just movies, but probably
That's nice.
not like rom-com, we like action comedy type movies. The Rock and Kevin Hart together are like our dream team, we love them.
Aw, I love that.
So, I don't know what we'll watch, but yeah, it'll be something like action comedy, and we just have a
I love
chill.
that.
Yeah.
So I had a question for you. So this book is, like, loaded with, like, obviously you like your movies the way you like your books, like, funny and actiony, right? So this book really fits that bill for you. Do you like the fact that she was using a lot of, like, dark humor in here to go along with, like, the yeah?
Yeah, it makes the book though. I think imagine if you didn't have the humour and then you was reading what was happening. That would be like proper dark dark, which is not off my radar by the way. But I just think it kind of hits a bit different when it's a bit comedy. Like as a reader,
Yeah.
I think it kind of makes it feel more okay that you're reading something so crazy.
That's what I wrote down. I was like, I feel like what she's getting up to and all the murdery stuff doesn't seem so bad because there's funny stuff in here, and that's terrible. But I'm telling you right now, I know you haven't read it yet, but you should probably give Dexter a go because Dexter is the same dark comedy thriller as this. Like,
Yeah. We've said
like he's
about
a
this
blood.
before. I did watch an episode or two and
Yeah,
then
well,
like I
the show
forget.
gets better.
My
The show
my
gets better, but the books are good.
my catchphrase is I forget. That's
I
me.
know. I should remind you. But it's funny because I don't normally quote out of books, okay? This is not something I do. Someone's always asking, they're like, "Hey, what's your favorite quote from a book?" I'm like, "Fuck, I don't know." Well, I actually pulled 4 out of this book and I laughed so fucking
Yeah,
hard.
I've got a couple as well, but I wonder if 2 of ours are the same because you did send me
Probably.
2
Why don't you do
then
yours first then? Because I've got 4.
right, so Maisie is one of the friends, and when she gets a new boyfriend, Kitty describes him as blow drying red trousers or blow drying trousers.
I didn't write that one down.
And then later on, the same guy, they're at a different party, and she's like, "Oh, here comes Rupert Red Trousers." He's
Yeah.
actually Rupert as well, which makes it funny. But it reminds me, and this might be a UK thing, I don't think it will resonate, but you will remember this. When we was at Christchurch Primary School, you would have Roger Red Hat books and Billy Blue
Billy
Hat.
Blue Hat.
I can't remember the other ones, but
Johnny and Jennifer Yellow Hat.
it just reminded me of that. I was proper giggling at those. I didn't write any others. You sent me 2 and I was like, "They're great." Oh,
That's fucking hilarious. I didn't even pick up on that, and now I'm like, now it's in my head, and it's even more fucking funny. But the ones that I sent you were absolute gold. I was laughing. I had to put the book down. I was laughing. I took a screenshot, like I showed you it, right? I sent it to my friend JC, and then I was still laughing. Mike's like, "What are you laughing at?" And the first one was, "Leave her alone. If Kitty wants to keep her kitty drier than a Ribita, then that's her decision." And I was like choke laughing for the longest fucking time because I was like drier than a Ribita. I was crying, man. That was gold, man. That was pure fucking gold.
it's making me cry a little bit. Right.
And then the second part in that conversation, she was like, so I'm pretty sure Hen says it. Or no, yeah, maybe it was Hen or Talk. I can't remember which one. It said, did he do that awful thing when they stick their fingers inside you? Like they're trying to get hair out of the plug hole. I was like, I could see it in my head too. Like,
Oh, no, I hate it. Oh,
I was crying. I had to put the book down and just live through this like laughter for the longest fucking time. And
oh,
then I got so this one's not particularly funny, but I thought it was good. And it was maybe disemboweling a sex offender is what I need to cure this particular hangover. And I thought that was really clever. Like, she's got a fucking hangover and she's thinking about fucking disemboweling someone. And the last one was, he referred to himself as an entrepreneur, which everyone knows is shorthand for twat.
I remember that. Like, yep, tick.
Now, for you American people, twat, because you don't say twat, but in England we say twat. But see, does that sound?
That
Oh, you
sounds
twat.
fancy. But
No,
does
I
it in
mean,
an American accent? Say it in an American accent.
what?
Twat.
Twat
Twat.
rocket. Twat
So
rocket.
you can't say that word in a not posh way. Twat.
That's what I mean. It's just, because JC said it, because she called somebody a twat rocket. And I'm like, twat? She was like, yeah. And I was like, it's twat. She's like, oh, that sounds, yeah. I'm like, yeah. See, if you're going to say something like that, you have to say it properly. Twat.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think when, you know, my Auntie Shirley, she used to live up north in like Bolton, Blackburn kind of area. So down here, our worst word is the C word, which I won't say. But up there, when she would come down, if we would say twat, she'd be like,
I
that
know.
was worse than the C word.
Yeah.
It's all
It's weird,
relative.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's weird. Here it is like the C word is still like, that's the bad one. That's the bad. But I like the way Northerners say the C word. They go coot. You bloody coot.
Oh yeah,
It's
Roger does it.
yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite words by him. He always says something. It fucking cracks me up.
Roger is
Every time he says,
other
what?
half. But Roger is Stacey's mum's other half for anyone
Yeah,
listening.
my stepdaddy.
Roger Red Hat.
Roger Red Hat. Do you know what? One of the things that irritated me with this book, and I know that she's a young British girl, but every time the author wrote the word obs, I was like, oh, that was like nails down a chalkboard for me.
I didn't really notice that.
No,
Maybe
that word
we
irritates me.
use it. I think
Oh,
I use it in text. Well, yeah, I do. Oh no.
yeah, but she was like, "Oh yeah, on obs," and I'm like, "Ooh," because she come across really young, right? Because they're only in their 20s, late 20s, right? Like 26,
Yeah, I think so,
27.
yeah.
Yeah, but I was just like, it was funny because like the influencer stuff really hit home for me because I'm a book influencer, and I'm like, she's like making money off this shit. I get free books, obviously, and Instagram's just changed it so that I can get paid exclusive content, and I'm too scared to put anything in there. But I'm like, this chick's living
You should
the
do it.
life just off of Instagram.
I know.
know.
A flash life as well, not just like, oh, I get by.
Yeah, not like just it's
Tiny.
not
Like,
side hustle.
yeah.
Like she earns decent money, and I'm like, obviously you can make money this way. But I really enjoyed the fact that she was like this murdering like vigilante, but she was like vapid, but she
Well,
was
not
really smart.
everyone.
But she really seemed very smart, but she made out to seem like she really wasn't. And I thought that like her dark humor stuff was clever. It made the book very, very entertaining. I enjoyed the writing. Like this chick,
Yeah.
Katy Brent, is good.
Oh,
Like I wasn't expecting brilliance. And I know I shouldn't do that because just because a book's on KU doesn't mean that it's not well written. But I sometimes feel that way. And I was like, she's really very, very good. She's clever. She's quippy. I love the quips. The banter was really good, even though it was a little out of my like age zone. Like I thought it was really clever. I was so glad it was picked. At first I was like, my Instagram followers are fucking lunatics. Like I'm like, wow. And I'm like, you know what? They really picked a good book. Like, what did you give it for a star rating?
me, I gave it a 4. Good 4, high 4. I did actually, you were saying about it being recommended. I had it recommended a while ago from a friend who was like, oh, if you liked, I can't remember what book I'd read. She was like, oh, you'll like this one then. So yeah, I was expecting it to be good because we do have quite similar book tastes. Yeah. What did you rate it?
I gave it 4.5, and the only reason that I didn't give it more was literally because some of the and I know it shouldn't bother me because that's how these people talk, but the language these people are using to each other sometimes, that irritated me. It just did. Now, obviously the book is set that way. It makes sense for them to talk that way. That's how they would actually talk, but fuck me, did it annoy me. I was like, stop talking. If I was in a room with these people and Kitty went to me like, oh yeah, I would be like, ugh. Fuck off! Take your fucking stupid ass that way, you little millennial. Fuck off.
You
Or
wait
Gen
till
Z. What is it? Gen Z? What are they?
I think I'm millennial. So
Yeah,
Gen-
you're a millennial. I think I technically am as well, which is ridiculous because I do not identify as one.
I was gonna say.
I don't know. I'm not a mind reader.
I'm gonna use that word a lot just to irritate you now.
You're gonna fucking
I
make
normally do
posts,
in
aren't you?
conversation, but I'm gonna enjoy your face.
Yeah, it just I don't know, it just my like, I could feel it. Every time she said it, it made me cringe, and that doesn't happen often. So that was the only reason it lost half a star, and it probably shouldn't lose half a star for that, but I went with the Betty approved way of reviewing, and that was how did I feel by the end, and that irritated me. So,
Yeah,
bleh.
I think it was a high 4, so I probably could have been I would just say 4 because I was just thinking Goodreads, that's what I rated it on Goodreads. But yeah, I
No,
think
I will 5 it. I will 5 it on Goodreads. I will write 4.5 in there so people understand why it lost half a star. But honestly, I like, my God, I can't believe I'm gonna say this.
I'm keeping it on my, I'm keeping it for my mum to read.
Yeah,
'Cause even yeah, I think she'll enjoy it as well. I do it gets really hard sometimes when I finish something on my Kindle because we share Kindles.
yeah,
I have to remember not to remove stuff so that I can give it to her after.
yeah.
I'm trying to download like 20 other books every day, and I'm like, "Oh, I've got no space."
See, there's some, like, other books, like, that are dark comedy that I read and I really enjoyed. Dark like, I'm gonna get mad hate for this, okay? But the movie Fight Club was actually a book,
I'm
but it
guessing.
was
Can't even
brilliant.
can't even see it.
It's brilliant. It was a brilliant book, okay? And people go, "Oh," because this is a question people ask. They're like, "What if you were on a date with somebody and you ask that person what their favorite book is, what book would make you get up and walk away?" And Fight Club comes up a lot, and I'm like, "Fuck you, bitches. I love that book. Fuck you." I'd be
Never
like, I'd turn around and walk out on you if you said you hadn't read it.
No, don't go, I haven't read it.
No, not you. Now, other one, American Psycho was really good by Easton Ellis. The Thursday Murder Club, I keep going on about this series. It is really good.
I've
It's
brought it, I haven't
funny.
read it yet, it's on the bookshelf, I just haven't got to it yet. I got it it was one of my charity shop picks.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. And the last one, and oh my God, like, I don't even want to say this chick's name either. But it's called My Sister the Serial Killer. And I'm not going to say the name because I really will butcher it. And it's literally about this Nigerian nurse whose sister, like, kills people, like, has a habit of killing her boyfriends. And then she has to go clean it up. And it was really funny. I really fucking enjoyed it. So apparently I like dark comedy thrillers. Like, apparently this is my jam.
Actually, with all your different recommendations, if anyone did not listen to one of the books that we already did, I mean, it is a Christmas themed book. Remind me of the name, can you remember?
How to Slay at Christmas by Sarah Bonner.
When I was reading it, I was like, not because the story's the same, but it was giving me vibes of Sarah Bonner in that book, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's I can understand now how the comedy makes the murders seem less severe, even though they're quite. This one was quite graphic in spots, but it
Yeah,
kind of like took the edge off,
I
and
was
that's really
yeah.
bad.
I was gonna say, if you're not really one for a lot of like my mum would definitely be one for like not a lot of gore and stuff, but I think because there's so much comedy, she could get through it. So she'll be okay. Like your
Yeah,
mum, like when she reads a book, she has to like vet it in her head for my mum to be like, she can handle that or she can't. I think my mum could handle this because, like you said, has got that comedy theme to it. I
yeah.
also add that I was talking to someone about this book today. I think it's my friend Rosie at work, and there is a book 2 of this. Did you know
I
that?
heard this was going to be a series. Like, I'm pretty sure I read that
Book
this is the start of a series, but like. Fuck,
series.
really? Like, even on the back of the book, it says, "Meet Kitty Collins, friend, lover, killer." Like,
Look, Katy Brent
punchy,
puts order. It's not
punchy.
Sarah Bonner. No, there is a second one. We'll have to work out what it is. There's one I've killed before. That wasn't the second one. There's another one anyway. So if you enjoyed this book, know that there is more and go and read more by Katy Brent because it was a great read and it was such an easy read. I think we both said we didn't write any notes because we were just so into the book. And I love that when you really get lost in a book, you're not like, oh, what chapter am I at? Like, what percent am I through? Like, I was actually engrossed in this book.
Okay, so the next book in this series is called "I Bet You'd Look Good in a Coffin,"
That's it. That
and then
sounds.
she's got another one coming out this year called "To All the Men I've Killed Before."
Oh, that's like a play on the there's the TV show To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I wonder if these are on KU because I'm in the mood for this now.
Can I just say before we wrap this up, we have not talked about the ending of this book.
Oh my god, yes, yes, yes. Let's do that. Let's end with the end. I actually liked how it ended. I did. I
I
thought it
loved
was
it. It was good. I didn't expect the, stalker to be Hen.
no, I did not expect that
I
either.
was
That
really
is
glad
not
that was going
even
through. Like, and you know, I think we've said this before, like, I wasn't even really questioning it. I was like, "She's got a stalker."
whatever. Yeah,
Like, because there's certain bits where the stalker has like, when she's in her apartment with Charlie and they break up or something, I think it's it, she gets a text immediately from the stalker being like, "I know you've broken up," or whatever in obviously like a scary way. And it's like, well, how did she know? But I didn't even stop to really overthink it. It was just like the stalker knows. But it's basically that Hen at the beginning of the book, when the first guy dies, Kitty leaves her phone in the pub before she leaves, and then the whole thing happens when that guy dies. But it's I think Hen has taken her phone and she puts like spyware on it. Sorry, my voice is
yeah,
going.
yeah. That's what she does. Yeah.
Yeah, so she can see everything. Obviously, she's with her a lot, so she sees it firsthand, and she's spying on her phone, so she's got everything. Um, Hen's dad had tried it on with Kitty, and then she finds out from Charlie, who has like business with James, I think is the dad's name, and
He
he's like, "Oh yeah,
sponsors his charity.
yeah," and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have heard stuff, but you know, you're not sure." And it's like we should listen to women when they say stuff, and probably not affiliate with them if they're like that. Anyway, so then he gets arrested, not because of Kitty, and then, he goes into kind of hiding in one of his, like, other posh apartments. Kitty arranges to meet him and goes there, but when she gets there, he's like, "Why are you here?" And she's all, like, slutted up to be, like, pretending that she's going there for a little something something, but she's going with her knives and shit,
A little
and it's
murder kit.
yeah, her little murder kit, and it's actually Hen that she's been texting. Ta-da!
You know what? I did not once think about Hen. And it's funny because I did the same thing. I wasn't overly concerned about what was going on with the stalker. It was kind of like, it was just kind of there. And it was like, ha ha, I can see this. I know this. I'm doing that and I'm watching you. But it was such a minor part of the story until we got to the end.
Which
And I was
sounds a
like,
bit it's minor because it's about a stalker, but I think you think about people who are, like, proper Instagram famous, they must have people do some weird shit all the time, and I think that's why it kinda goes over your head a little bit.
Jack, okay, my TikTok, I get sent sugar baby requests at least 12 a day with these fat, disgusting men like, "What would you do with $1,200 right now, baby? You wanna be my sugar baby?" Like, so I know just how creepy fuckers are on the internet.
Oh, dear. That's funny.
Yeah. And honestly, if you're gonna do it, just send me fucking books, okay? And then I'll think about it. We'll have a conversation after I see the goodies, bro.
Yeah, I'll just have the next Katy Brent book, please.
And then I can ghost. Get the books and ghost. Because apparently that's what people do online.
So then Hen, is like, "Yeah, kill my dad because he used to grape me when I was a child and all this weird shit." And then that obviously gets Kitty going because she also doesn't know that Hen's obviously the stalker. She doesn't know that Hen knows that she kills all these people. And she's like,
She does
"Really?
now.
Do this?" So then she's like, "Yeah." So Hen goes in another room. Kitty does, I was gonna say does deed, but that makes it sound like something totally different.
You do you know how many times you've said things today where it's been, like, on the verge of being dirty?
It's the book. The book's changed my brain.
It's you! You are a dirty girl. I love
So,
it.
Kitty kills the dad, and then when she goes back into Hen's like, "Oh, I'm glad that's over. It's really hard, like, keeping up." She doesn't say it in these words, but keeping up this charade and, like, lying, and Kitty's like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "He never did
I
anything
did
to
that.
me." She's like, "What? You're next. Bye bye, Hen."
Do you know what I thought was bizarre? Was the fact that she found it so easy to kill this person that was her friend, and I don't know if that point she flicked a switch was like, "She's my stalker, and she just made me kill someone." But she was going there to do it anyway.
Exactly, yeah. I think it was more like, "Let's not have any witnesses."
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
makes you wonder, like, how, like, her relationship with her friends. She says, like, she loves her friends and stuff. Well, do you? Because you killed her quite quickly. There wasn't
And
really
she
much
didn't.
thought process before you did that.
Look, put it this way, okay? This is how I'm gonna explain it. If I was out murdering people and you knew about it, and then you got me to do something to kill somebody for you, I'd have a real hard time offing you. I would. I'd be looking at you like, I don't think I can do this. I don't. But this chick was like, fuck you, done, over and done with. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, but that's my Betty.
It
That's
did,
my
didn't it?
bestie. That's my girl. I'd be like, "Mm." Now if
You're
it was Mike,
true, and it's really hard
oh,
for me.
I would, if it was Mike, I would still go, yeah, it'd be a little hard, but I could probably do it.
It
I'm
was a
just
good
saying, but you'd still stop and think about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
She
she would
didn't.
which just adds to the sociopath, psycho kind of that's who she is. She's just not a normal human. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? It's funny because it just kind of like now you just said that, it just triggered something in my brain. I'm like, I wonder how much of her, like hurting her dad, shaped her adulthood. Like, would
Yeah.
she, if she hadn't have killed her dad, would she be this way? Like, how much of it is nature versus nurture? Look at me
Yeah.
getting all fucking deep.
Whoo!
Psychological babble. No, it's just it was like my brain runs weird. I swear to fucking God, because now I'm like, maybe it was trauma.
When we talk about stuff, this is why you should always have a book buddy that you read
Yes.
a book with or a book club to talk about books because people say shit and it makes you think more about the book. And I think it makes the book more memorable. It almost makes you enjoy it all over again. As I
Yeah.
hope you love listening because I've enjoyed this today.
Well, me too, but like just what you talking right now, and I'm like, I was convinced she was just a sociopath and this was her. But now I'm like, I wonder if it's trauma based, and that's how she's been dealing with her trauma. She's killing her dad over and over again.
Oh, that was deep. Ooh.
No! Look at me go. But I wouldn't have got there without you. So I'm with you. I think if you can find a book that's easy to attain, like on KU, and read with somebody and have a chat, I think it really brings a whole new dimension and levels to the story that you've already absorbed. And I
Yeah,
love it. Talking to you is brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant.
100% same. Totally agree. It was a good finish to the book. I enjoyed it. I liked the end where she's kind of, I'm going to be better for Charlie now because he's a good person. At
Yeah.
the end, I don't know if she sees a news story or something, and she's like, here we go.
Murderous.
Here we go again. So we leave her still being very murdery. So which
Yeah,
would be great because then we've got the second book.
yeah, but that's what I mean. She was like, "Oh, it woke up the beast seeing something bad on TV." Now that tells me that she can't control her urges. She can't, or she doesn't want to. And I guess that's what I'm hoping they're going to talk about in book 2. Is it that she can't or she won't? Can't versus won't.
Well, I guess we can only read to find out.
I think I'm going to if it's on KU. I'm actually I'm telling you, when I finished that book, I was like, "Oh, it's over."
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
felt a little bereft. I'm like, "Oh, I kind of wanted to know what Kitty was going to do next.
Well,
Who's she going to kill today?"
maybe we'll do it and talk about it on one of our shorter
Yeah,
episodes.
we could. Yeah,
The
we could
episode.
definitely do that.
That'd be
We
cool.
haven't picked our next, oh, no, we did. We're gonna do clusterfuck.
We've been talking about this for a few weeks. I feel like it's gone so big on like Instagram and stuff. We might be slightly behind this, but at least
Oh, that's all right.
more of you will have read it. More of you will be ready to hear the episode when it drops. So this will drop in like 4 weeks. We'll
Yeah,
obviously do a little mini pod in between. But yeah,
yeah.
I'm really excited to do that. I've literally downloaded it straight away. So it's literally every time I open the Kindle, I'm like, it's there. I need to read it. So that'll be a
Again,
good one. To do.
I'm so extra I bought it, but I really wanted to support Brian because Brian actively talks to us on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I bought a copy. It's a real shame because I would have loved a signed copy, and I didn't think about looking to see if he had a website, and I could have probably have ordered it straight for him instead of Amazon. And I probably should have. Guys, if you ever want to support an author, always look to see if they have a website first, because sometimes they'll sign the books. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer in shipping, but then he will get all the money. You know what I mean? There's no Amazon fees.
I might
So
have a
I'm a little
look
bummed.
actually and see if he'll sign it to the Betty and Bonnie Booksayers podcast. That'd
That would
be
be
quite.
amazing.
Let me see what I can do. Oh, it's been great today. I've loved catching up.
I did too. We really hope that you have enjoyed this episode. We really did. Don't forget to give us a subscribe on any of our social medias, especially on our Instagram at Betty and Bonnie Bookslayers. our Spotify, follow, subscribe, like, comment. It's all free, it's all helpful, and we're so glad that you could join us today. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you have the best reading week ever, and we'll catch you in a couple of weeks. Take care, readers.
See you soon.